How's it going, everyone? It's Liam Caddison here. We're at the midway point of RWBY Volume 9, which has just been exquisite so far, especially with how powerful the last episode was, especially when we had, well, I'd say 3/4 of Team RWBY defiantly confront their past selves and embracing who they, are despite the hardships they've all had. And obviously with RWBY currently going through a bit of a downward spiral at the minute, there was of course that crossroad she was at when she was confronting her younger self, especially with the fact that she's always wanted to be a huntress. And there has been this idea that what would I be if you removed the huntress from me, because she's never had that time to reflect, as well as the fact that she's not really sure where she stands at the minute because of all of the hurt that she's gone through and all of that. Whereas the rest of Team RWBY, they're going to carry on and continue the fight, etc. But RWBY is just in a very, very bad place at the minute mentally, which obviously with everything that she's gone through, you can't blame her. And it's just really, really sad to see this continued hurt for us to see RWBY in, really, because she's had quite the journey, hasn't she, in terms of being so chipper and very, very excitable, and obviously that's declined as especially in these latter volumes, with the fact that there's been a lot of despair and devastation, whether it be close friends or whether it be this idea that Salem is just undefeatable. It's just taking a toll for her, and there's gonna come a moment, it could be this episode, could be next episode, it could be the episode after, where she just has a full-on breakdown. And honestly, it's going to hurt our hearts when we do see that, because you just want to give her a hug at the minute, because of the fact that she has been in a very, very terrible place this volume. But I am really, really loving this exploration, not just in terms of the ever after for this volume, but also how this volume is faring at the minute as we hit the halfway mark, or we'll be halfway done once this episode concludes. But still, same thing. It's been a really, really incredible volume overall, and it's a volume that I've really, really enjoyed. So of course, these last 2 years of absence, it's really paying off well, and I'm excited to see what's going to happen from here onwards. So with that said, let's get into episode number 5 of Volume 9 for RWBY. Let's go. And there's still a lot to unpack. Well, it's going to be exciting, so woo! Whew. It's just crazy, like, we've got like 5 episodes after this, and like I said, there's still a lot to unpack from, certain build-ups like Neo in episode 3, and obviously some things that we've seen and can speculate on based on the intro alone. So yeah. Ooh. This volume has really, really reignited that, like, love with RWBY as well, because it's been 2 years and it's been a long, long absence, and it's like, it's so great to be back in the game. Whew. Okay, what have we got this week? What pain have we got this week, is the question. Quite the trip.
I'm so glad the four of you are still the four of you. Not always the case in the ever after.
Yeah, that's
You're
great.
the one who ditched us in the first place. Which, by the way, was how we ended up in that mushroom house to begin with. You know, where that delirious caterpillar guy tried to drug
She
us
is so
and then
done.
was swallowed up by a freaking hole in the ground?
Ah, yes, yes. Alex had a similar reaction the first time she saw someone return to the ever after. But it's not how it seems. Well, I suppose it is. But not the way you think. If you think like Alex.
You're just being more and more,
Which it seems like you do.
you know, cryptic. Even bloody Castiel couldn't hold a candle.
Aha. We're here.
Good news? Oh, wow. Very, very, serene. Ooh.
Better run.
So, Cat, going to explain to us how a giant caterpillar disappearing into a hole isn't how it seems?
When we break or wear out or simply finish what we were made to do, we're called
Oh.
back. But Herb, his heart was too weak to listen. So I gave him a little bit of mine.
Keep
Is
that
he
strength up, I guess.
dead?
No. Well, maybe a little bit. But not at
Oh,
all.
nice!
Which is it?
Now that Herb's properly returned, he'll be fixed up nice and made into the Herb he wanted to be when he was still Herb. Then he'll
Ah,
come back and
okay.
find his purpose. Could be the same as
Because
before.
there was this, talk about, you
When Herb
know,
comes back, will he
being
remember
whatever,
anything?
yeah, I'm made to
What
be.
would be the point of that?
Oh, lovely.
Just like Alex, you lot. I know, where you're from, things die. But we're just not like you at all.
Ruby.
We ascend.
Herb
will have
okay,
a purpose
ascend.
That's
Be
impossible.
reassigned, I
Things
guess.
have to die someday. Right?
Goodness, no.
Rejuvenate.
Though I suppose there is a creature. No. That's not the sort of thing you talk about in polite company.
No, we do, and we're gonna cut away.
Wait,
Oh
so
my
what
goodness.
happened to Herb? Is that what happened to the king?
Because the king turned into the prince, so...
It was all very sad. The Red King couldn't cope when he lost to Alex. A crying mess. Thankfully, he was called back and fixed up. And now he's the
His
prince
assignment
you
was corrupted.
Fixed up. The prince was worse.
The prince isn't supposed to be nice. He's meant to play
So he's
the game and win. No matter
He is playing his game and winning.
So
He's living to his
that's why he
assignment.
cheated when the Red King didn't. But that still doesn't explain why the Red Prince was so much meaner.
While the prince may not remember Alex's deception after ascending, the heart very rarely forgets.
But there was nothing about Ascension in the story.
Of course not! Exposition is terribly boring. Even this conversation was, on the whole, rather tedious.
There's a
I
better
wonder
again.
what else Alex left out.
Oh, the curious
To
cat.
make a grow good parfait, one needs a bushel of grumpy ivy.
You just gotta love the better.
A griffin's sweater. Ethel's dragons and more should have that, which is right next to.
I'll never remember all of that.
Do you not have a writing pad?
I can procure those. But there's another ingredient we must have that's only available on the 3rd level. Some nose hair from a leprechaun. If you retrieve that while I go get the rest.
Why? Why? Why the
Sure.
grossest
Guess
task?
so.
Wonderful.
They're gonna have to fight a
Lady,
leprechaun.
she'll have it. Now off you go.
Oh, maybe that. I was more... I was more so hoping we'd have a fight against a leprechaun.
Guess I'd better go with the cat so they don't get
I
distracted.
mean, I
by
guess
the
it was
train.
St. Paddy's
I'll
Day
never come
yesterday,
back.
so...
I'll go with you.
Get me as far away as possible from any nose hairs, please.
I'll go with you, Ruby.
Nice try, kitty.
But We're coming along.
Haha. Aww. Oh no! I love that creature.
Onward!
Little's just wholesome. Oh. They're a tired little bean.
Teapot lady,
Hello? That's great. Oh? Okay, okay.
Does that one interest you?
Hello? Oh, hello.
I thought this was lost forever. How do you have it?
Nothing.
Oh, is
No
it just a
one
replica?
is ever truly lost.
No.
Are you lost?
No. My friends went somewhere else.
You're doing this all alone?
Oh, a double meaning.
Ruby?
Lovely.
I don't think we're supposed to be here.
Are you her guide, little one?
Yes, Ruby is my friend, and I want to help her get home. Even though I don't know where that is or how to get there.
Can we take Little with us when this is all said and done now?
You seem to be carrying a rather large burden with you.
I'm fine. I can handle it.
If you
Gonna have
choose
that
an
breakdown.
element, you may choose any one of these you like. And set your burden down.
Oh. Ah, there we go. Oh, okay, so it
I already
okay.
have a weapon.
And that was a...
Did.
And yet, here you are, searching for something else that you do not even know.
Oh. We have Crescent Rose. Oh, shit!
Ruby? Who are you
That
talking
was
to?
Summer!
Did you retrieve the nose hair?
That was Summer!
They're delicious.
Oh, fuck!
No, not just yet. But Ruby, come on. We got everything else. I'm sorry.
Oh, shit!
Is that the teapot lady?
Best mud cookies you've ever had.
I don't know. Don't know what gives it away.
Ladies and things. How can I help you?
Looking for nose hairs? No, not the ogre ones.
Oh.
Woohoo! A festival!
Jabberwocker! It's a Jabberwocker!
Oh, shit! Danger! Love that. Bit confusing. It could be celebratory or danger. Oh.
Wait, please! We need those leprechaun nose hairs!
Shoot.
Here, I'll give you this. It carries a mother's promise.
Oh no, Ruby! Ruby! Ruby!
It's exceedingly bad.
Wait, what's a Jabberwocker?
What? Oh
It's
my...
a truly terrible creature. If the Jabberwocker eats one of us, we do not ascend.
So flat out death.
Anything!
Toss everything in here. But be careful. Eat too much and we'll have to shrink you back again.
Oh,
And that's
great.
completely
Yeah, because they'll be like...
different
"Whoomp." Hey, we're getting back to normality.
It wasn't enough.
Oh, yeah. They're gonna have to keep eating. Oh, sugar. Oh, they're gonna have to eat from the ground out. Oh, don't tell me. Wait, don't tell me that's gonna grow.
No!
Oh no! Oh no! As if it wasn't already a danger. Oh my god, a birdie!
What's he doing here?
I gave him something new to do for the moment. Now go. Your friends need to get big again, or we're Jabberwocker dinner.
Oh no, he's gonna not ascend. Oh. I hope this is gonna be enough. Oh? The Rusted Knight! Is this who I think it is? Please! Please!
It's the Rusted Knight. Get the parfait!
Come on, let's eat. And we're eating it up here. Oh!
Finally!
Hey! Let's go. Oh, she's... Yeah, she froze. Nice! Come on, yeah, let's get payback. She did say that. Oh, this is smooth. Okay. Oh.
Neo?
Yeah. She's cloned the Jabberwocker.
What? There's only supposed to be one.
Well, Neo has a very active over-imagination.
What? Run! This way!
I hope that's Sean.
Ruby, come on!
Go!
Ruby,
We'll hold
Ruby,
them off.
Ruby, Ruby. Sheesh. But I'm assuming that a bit... Oh my... Giddy aunt! I'm assuming the Jabberwockers are going to be a bit more weaker if... Yeah. Ay, ay, ay. Oh no, this is gonna get flashbacks, isn't it? Oh no. This is gonna get deja vu from Atlas, isn't it?
I am so tired of leaving places in ashes.
Shit.
I can't believe it. The Rusted Knight. In person.
You did good, Juniper.
Whoa! Shut!
Ruby.
Holy shit!
Finally made it.
And he looks so much fucking older! What the f- and the stag was called Juniper. My heart. Holy shit, we're gonna get some answers. Oh my god. There is quite a few things to... Look at him! He's got the ponytail. He's got... Yeah, he's got the ponytail. He's... Before and after. Oh. I'm hoping... Okay, next week. We're gonna get some backstory, aren't we? With Jean. Because we just can't leave on that cliffhanger and be without explanation because... Yeah. How long has it been for this boy? Holy shit. I mean, Yeah, I mean, he does sound a bit older, of course. Although that could be hurt as well. Like, there could just be that defeated feeling. But obviously, his hair's growing out. So, has he been around during the time that Alex... Because I can see the next... Because if that's the case, if he spent this amount of time with... if he spent this long amount of time to know Alex, what we could get in the next episode is a Jean backstory where he met Alex and all of... Oh my god. Time is fucked! I mean, we kind of got the idea when Neo landed a bit later than Team RWBY, because obviously her and RWBY fell at the same time. But we waited a couple of episodes before Neo showed up. But now we have Jean, who seems like he's been here for, like, what, several years, if anything? Because, you know, how old would he... He wasn't in his 20s, that's for sure, when we last saw him. But he definitely is in his, like, mid-20s now, I would say. So, boy. And then Summer, because... Was that Summer's weapon? Oh. And then, of course, the whole Jabberwocker situation. Like, obviously, that was not going to be the last we would see of the Jabberwocker when Neo decided to, or the Neos, should I say, decided to gang up on the bloody Jabberwocker. But I wasn't expecting Neo to use that to her advantage, I guess. I'm guessing they're a bit weaker if they're clones, because it did seem like this was... like, from the way that Blake, Weiss, and Yang dealt with the Jabberwocker there, it seemed a lot clean, if that makes sense. I mean, it was a bit more of a struggle. I mean, granted, it was the first kind of team confrontation with the Jabberwocker, but... I don't know, it seemed very, very smooth, and yeah. But, boy, John is back! I mean, I guess you could say it was kind of expected that he would be the Rusted Knight. There was a lot of theories pointing towards that. But, yeah. He back, baby. I mean, this episode is just nuts. Like, thinking about everything that went on in this episode, and not just, of course, the elephant in the room, which is older. How long has this boy been in the Ever After? Fuck! I mean, a few years is probably just going to be generous, isn't it? But... The Knight Who Waited. Yeah. Because he saw Team RWBY and his world just... Not just that, though, but given, I guess, the bit of exposition we got in this episode, it's possible that Jean ascended, really, to quote it in the Ever After, because look how he has risen. Even calling his companion Juniper. Yeah. Oh, man. But I'm just wondering, is he going to... I don't know what's going to happen to him once we do leave the Ever After. Is he going to remain like this? Because, oi. I am just really curious. I mean, yeah. But was he also the original Rusted Knight as well? Was there someone else? And, you know, I don't know. Like, just spitballing here. I mean, like I said, hopefully the next episode we're going to get some answers cleared with a little bit of a backstory episode with Jean or whatever. But was he the original Rusted Knight? Because I say that, if he has been around... I mean, it's more than likely he was around with Alex. But... I could just imagine the guilt of what happened with Penny, obviously, took so much weight on him. And he was assigned, like, surely there had to be a Rusted Knight prior to him. Who knows? But he could take that back to Remnant, really. Oh, this is going to be great. Things are definitely very, very intriguing now, isn't it? When it comes to the fact that we've got Jean, but it's an older Jean. Not just that, though, but there seems to be quite a few leeways about where this could be heading as we hit the midway point. Especially with the fact that we have a little bit of an exposition in regards to, unless, the Jabberwocker gets to you, which is going to be even worse now that Neo has managed to duplicate the Jabberwocker, so that's great. I don't know, it might be me just reaching, but it does seem a bit weaker, but still, the stakes are there. But yeah, we don't die in the Ever After, you just get reassigned, I guess, ascend, etc. And it seems like ascend is a very, very apt word in regards to being the version of yourself you want to be, really. A fine example is the king and how he, I guess, ascended to the prince. Like, obviously, in terms of how that usually works, that's not really ascension. But there was a little bit of explanation in regards to the fact that the king lost out and the prince cheats because of that loss, really. You don't want to lose as the king, and then you ascend, you get reassigned, you ascend to become something better, really. So, and I feel like that's what happened to Jean. Especially, like, I can see it definitely happening as well with him being the Rusted Knight. I've just thought of something, I'll get to that in a moment as well. But to finish off what I was going to say, with the fact that he is the Rusted Knight, as well as the fact that, there's that trauma of what happened to Penny, you can really see that ascension thing working for Jean. To be better, really. So I'm just really, really, like, what has this world done to him, though, is the question. But I don't know what's gonna happen. Is he still gonna have his memories intact? Because obviously you seem to be it seems like these characters who do ascend, they seem to have their memories kind of so that I don't think that would have worked if he called them Juniper, unless it's like little fragments or whatever. I don't know. But with Herb, he was reborn. So I don't think Jean pretty much ascended, I guess, in that matter, but unless, little fragments came about, but it has been a long time, I guess. So it like, you can really see it. I'm just thinking back to Weiss's comment, though, the other episode. Remember when she thought that the Rusted Knight was nice, was handsome? Like I said, folks, wouldn't it be so funny? I need to see that reaction next episode. I need to see Weiss's reaction after what she said. Hey, didn't you call the Rusted Knight handsome? Well, here he is, and then Weiss is just having another existential crisis because she's already having quite a few. She's already having a bit of a crisis, being in the Ever After, and the thematics, just all that shit, like how the world is working. She's just having a crisis now. She's gonna have another one because she called the Rusted Knight handsome, and now it's revealed to be Jean. So, although to be fair, he does look good. So, but I am very, like, it seems evident, not just, of course, physically, but just with the tone in his voice as well. I mean, obviously, I feel like what happened to Penny kind of was a game changer for him. I guess after he fell into the Ever After. But yeah, he does seem to have, I guess, ascended. Maybe not in the manner of the Ever After, if he still has his memories intact or whatever. Because he knows Team RWBY and all of that. So yeah, he hasn't I can't say he ascended, but he definitely has, in a manner of seemingly being, I don't know, potentially in his mind a better person than what he was, like, however long it was since he was last in Remnant. Because it's been more than a few years, like I said. So yeah, but I don't even know what's going to happen in regards to it. Are we going to bring this Jean to like, because there are quite a few things that I can imagine happening in regards to certain changes that will happen. Like, I don't even know if the way back to Remnant is going to have some kind of time skip or whatever, because obviously with Jean it's been quite some time. So I am just really curious to see what's going to happen. As well as the fact that RWBY, now there were some really important things in this episode in regards to RWBY. Because first off, she gave away something that was important, and that was, yeah, the last, I feel like it was the last thing Summer gave to RWBY, and RWBY gave that away. Like, that was, yeah, that really was like, holy shit, RWBY, really? So yeah, that was really interesting to see how, obviously it was for, like, it was to get Yang, Blake and Weiss back to full size, of course. They needed the leprechaun hair and that, so yeah, but still, it is a big sacrifice to play. But then we also got to see her meet that person in regards to the weapons. And there were some very interesting bits that came around, especially in terms of the last face we saw. Because the weapons master, or whoever she is, like, obviously with RWBY being without Crescent Rose, we've been speculating about what is going to happen in terms of weaponry for RWBY. Is Penny's sword, like, once she does recover Crescent, is Penny's sword going to get integrated into that as a memorial, or all of that? But this episode kind of expanded on some options, which I'll explain in a minute. But I am just wondering, one of the questions is, in regards to Summer, did she fall into the Ever After at some point? So, because I don't even, because we saw with RWBY, she had the knife in her hand after it, transformed from, Penny's sword. It suddenly transformed into the knife that Alex had when it seemed like the weapon she was holding, or she saw, was very reminiscent, was indicative, yeah, of who the owner was, of said weapon. With the sword, obviously it was Penny. With the knife, it was Alex. And then we saw an axe that belonged, that was Summer's weapon. I don't know if we got, like, any kind of elucidation in terms of if, of what type of weapon Summer had. It's been a while. But it seems like that was her weapon. But I want to know if that actually, if that surely fell through, because obviously Penny's weapon, yeah, Alex, we know, obviously, with her being in the Ever After, and somehow Summer's axe is here, so she has surely had an encounter with the Ever After. So that's very interesting. But with the conversation in regards to, like, seemingly teasing that maybe we might not find Crescent Rose, alongside the idea of, I guess, being reborn in a sense, because you have Herb, you have the king. They were essentially reborn. They were essentially assigned something like in some capacity. Heck, you could even say Jean, even if he might not have ascended, he has kind of reinvented himself, and I feel like that could, and I feel like with Jean, kind of reinventing himself, that could also apply to RWBY, in regards to the fact that, obviously once she has her breakdown, there will be pieces for her to kind of pick up, if that makes sense, and then she's going to, I want to say, especially with what she gave up for the leprechaun thing, I want to say she will take the axe. She will take her mother's axe, because the offer is there with that weapons person, and I want to say she will take the axe. So, interesting, because that's currently my thought in regards, after seeing that and after seeing that Summer flash, of course. Obviously, with Penny and Summer, they weigh heavily on RWBY's mind, but I feel like they're not gonna they're not gonna dangle this carrot for no reason, if that makes sense. But then again, I was thinking, of course, well, she could take the sword, because it would just carry on. Obviously, with what happened to Penny, that's really pushed RWBY, and she could take the sword as a kind of memorial. Although I do feel like if she cannot find Crescent Rose, which would be absolutely devastating, but at the same time I can see it happening. Yeah, if she cannot find Crescent, she'll take the axe, surely. But we'll just have to wait and see. This could, like, and it could, I don't know. It could be an important piece in terms of RWBY kind of, like, that it could be very, very important for RWBY to be reborn, in a sense. That if she leaves behind not just the pain that she was going through by departing from the Ever After, but also Crescent Rose. So, and you have to think, with all of the events since, Volume 1 of RWBY, we've had Crescent Rose and all of that. And she's lost without it, and she doesn't know who she is anymore. Acquiring the axe could very much be this new hope for RWBY, I guess. So I wouldn't actually mind. It would be a huge shame if we lost Crescent Rose, but in terms of leaving behind the pain and the trauma in the Ever After, like, obviously you have to go through this journey and all of that. But part of the pain and all of that is losing, well, not just obviously with what she's lost and all of that, but also it's also about losing Crescent Rose and being so defenseless and all of that. That kind of attaches itself to RWBY's pain, her depression. But she can leave that in the Ever After, as well as all of the agony and all of that, and take the axe, and that can be a symbol, if anything, of her after she has a breakdown, which is obviously going to be inevitable, I feel. The axe can be a very, very neat symbol of not just keep moving forward, especially for her mother, and especially with the last thing that her mother gave her before she went off. But it's a nice symbol of her reinventing herself, her trying to do better, really. So, like, in her mind. So yeah, but you know what, I'm just talking nonsense probably, so yeah. before we do conclude, though, I did like that bit about Weiss when she saw, you know, that area turning into shambles. Yeah, I instantly thought it was gonna. I instantly thought it was gonna be reminiscent of Atlas, and then when Weiss looked back and saw it, I just couldn't help but think, yeah, it's PTSD from what happened, isn't it? Because, you know, there was lives lost. Her home just turned to ashes, and now she's seeing another place just before her eyes just crumble, really. And you know, it's not that long still since Atlas. Yeah. So, and like I said, even though RWBY is front and center in regards to you know, where pain is going to be centralized around, it doesn't mean to say that other members of Team RWBY are going to be like, they're not going to be completely happy. There's going to be pain, you know, in smaller doses, I would say, compared to RWBY for the rest of Team RWBY, and we're seeing that with Weiss, with the fact that it is giving her, I guess you could say, remnants of what happened to you know, the whole Atlas Mantle situation. Yeah. So, and it's not been that long. So, yeah. But man, I love this episode. I want the next episode's gonna have, like, I won't be mad if you know, the next episode isn't like a flashback set, because, you know, it's been half a season we've been without Jean. Like, we were wondering when Jean was going to show up, and here we are. But I won't be mad if we don't get an episode where we're going to have some explanation in regards to Jean, because obviously he's been here for quite a long time. But my ideal scenario for the next episode is that we're going to get like a kind of a flashback episode for Jean, for like maybe the first half. I don't know, but who knows? It was just really great. And this volume is kicking ass. I loved it. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time.